It is a startling fact. 23% of college women will be a victim of sexual assault. We watched the problem play out at Baylor last year as claim after claim piled up against members of the powerhouse football team. But Baylor is not alone. Rebecca Lopez takes a look at the uncomfortable truth of college sex assaults.
It's overwhelming at times to stop and think about it.
Gary Lee still has a tough time talking about the day his daughter told him she had been raped on the campus of her university.
I think every parent that finds out about a sexual assault of their child goes through the sort of the numbness of what it all means.
He says his daughter was sexually assaulted by an athlete but declined to name him or the university because he was never charged. He says university officials failed to properly investigate the case and instead focused on his daughter's actions.
The victim blaming is a part of the rape culture. I mean, it's just what we do. What were you wearing? Where were you? How much did you have to drink? Did you try to fight? All those things.
Ignoring the victims is what got Baylor University in trouble.
I mean, our goal all along was to bring these cases to the light of day, to hold people accountable, to to force transparency on a very resistant organization.
Paula Levine and Mark Schalabach are ESPN reporters who wrote a book called Violated. It's about sexual assaults by some Baylor football players and the university's attempt to silence the victims, but the victims didn't go away.
That's the only way that you're really going to get these women to be taken seriously, is if enough of them refuse to stay silent.
Baylor's head coach was fired and others were held accountable. The Riders hope more women will now speak up, but they also wanted to show how systemic the problem is.
It's not something that's unique to Baylor. It's not something that's unique to college football. I mean, it happens on every campus. It happens with athletes and non-athletes.
Gary Lee agrees. He says the culture on campuses has to change from boys will be boys attitude to taking the victims seriously.
Girl power, believing, supporting, listening is it's got to become a part of our vernacular.
There are always warnings about how young women shouldn't place themselves in situations that could harm them. But Mark Schalabach says parents need to talk to their sons as well.
I think we need to tell our sons, no means no. And if you see something happening, step up, stop it. Don't be a bystander. Don't videotape it, which is what was happening in the past. But stand up and be part of the solution and stop it.
Baylor is a tragic result of what happens when campus sexual assaults are ignored. It's a cautionary reminder to administrators across the country of what happens if you try to sweep it under the rug. Rebecca Lopez, Channel 8 News.